What's good? Welcome to the 16th episode of Theo's Tailgate. As always, I appreciate anybody who's tuning in or just supporting in general. For the 16th episode, though, we're going to have on Treyvon Hester, who recently retired from the game after spending 5 seasons in the NFL with numerous teams, along with some time in what's known now as the USFL. Hess is also a Pittsburgh native from Wilkinsburg, where he went on to Penn Hills High School before taking his talents up to Toledo, where he eventually racked up over 160 career tackles and eventually was drafted by the Raiders from there. He's actually currently back up at Toledo where he's coaching, but let's catch up with him for the 16th episode. I almost forgot to shout out the jerseys, but Hess is from Wilkinsburg, like I mentioned earlier. So is Kenny Robinson. This is Kenny Robinson's jersey after he was drafted to the Panthers and spent a couple years there. He actually just won the USFL championship with the Birmingham Stallions, so shout out to him. And Hess also probably had one of the best years of his career with the Eagles. So we got A.J. Brown's Kelly Green jersey up back here. Every jersey I've had up has been mine. That one right there actually is my roommate's. So shout out my brother Luke for letting me throw that up in the background. He's from Philly. Yeah, I mean, it's really not go Birds, but it is what it is. Let's jump into this episode.
Treyvon Hester. Most Eagle fans didn't know about him about a month or so ago, but I tell you, the last couple of weeks, he's starting to show up on film, and we take a look at a play from the preseason. This is why the Eagles coaching staff really likes him. Big guy with some great athleticism. Watch him here on this screenplay. Gets knocked on the ground. Watch him get up. Now watch the hit he delivers once he catch up to the running back.
Yeah, just outstanding.
Yeah, Hess joining us. How you, bro? How's that summer going?
It's going good. It's going good. I can't complain, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this season and a lot of things coming up. I'm in a great space right now.
This being your first full summer away from the game, how's that been like adjusting for you?
It's been different. Definitely been different. I had to basically just learn a whole new schedule without people telling me where I need to be or telling me what time I need to be somewhere. And it was just mainly me just getting comfortable, back comfortable in my own skin, and just realizing, that this new path is a path that I'm gonna be ready to take as well.
So you're currently back up at Toledo, where you yourself racked up over 161 tackles. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing back up there right now.
So I got a chance and an opportunity to come back and become a graduate assistant at the university. Jason Cannon, the head coach at Toledo, is a great guy, good mentor of mine, and somebody who recruited me to come to college. So for him to give me the opportunity to come back and start my coaching career where I played at, it's something that I'm thankful and very grateful for, man, and I'm happy for the opportunity. It's been nothing but a blessing.
And you mentioned being a graduate assistant. That means you're up there getting your master's. You taking classes?
Yeah. So I'm actually taking classes right now. Recreation and leisure is the focus that I'm studying, and just trying to, find a new path and continue to grind out.
And like I mentioned earlier, you recently retired from the game. Did you know after you stepped away that you kind of wanted to get back into it and be involved somehow?
I didn't. Honestly, I'd be lying to you if I said I did. I really didn't know what I wanted to do when I got done playing football. Because, I've been doing this my whole life. 20 plus years of doing the same thing. So, at first, I was stagnant. I couldn't figure out what the next move was. And, luckily, I was able to, see my dad coach and do that and coach Little League football and bring a lot of guys that I grew up with up. So I was back in the plan, and I said, well, why don't I just try to see if I can do it?
And being from Wilkinsburg, making it out, doing what you're doing, what's it like being a positive role model for kids in that neighborhood to now look up to?
Oh man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I love to be the light. I love to be the voice of reasoning and positivity. Somebody that can allow them a second thought to know that what they're dealing with is not final and it's not the end all be all. And the circumstances is not going to be the end of it. So if you just continue to stay positive, continue to work hard, and have faith in yourself, the sky's the limit. And I was able to show that through example, and now come back and tell them face value and motivate them with these words. You know, I mean, it's an honor to be able to do that and to be seen like that.
Did you attend Penn Hill School District all your life, bro?
No, so I actually started at Wilkinsburg School District, Kelly Elementary, and left Wilkinsburg in middle school. Did a year or two at Woodland Hills where my big brother graduated, and then ended up transferring to Penn Hill my ninth grade year, and that's what I got to begin that career there at high school.
For sure, Penn Hills is also known for producing some steppers and having some good teams. How were you guys throughout your career?
We had some ball players, man. We had some real ball players. I was good enough to be able to, play with guys like Corey Jones and Chaz Whitaker, two guys who went on to go to Toledo and play with me myself. So that made the college transition a lot easier. Just having two teammates and two brothers go to college with me and make it through and graduate and get their degrees and help me get mine. So we had a lot of ball players on our team, man, and I got to play with cats like Aaron Donald, who's a Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, B. Ice, and I can name a million people, man. It was just an honor to be able to learn and perfect my craft at that level around those guys.
After Penn Hills, you went on to Toledo, where you yourself were stepping. But what was that recruiting process like for you? Was Toledo an easy decision?
Actually, man, the recruiting process it was kind of different for me. I wasn't academically eligible coming out of high school. I didn't take school as serious, and that's why nowadays I like beat that into my kids' heads, and whoever I try to talk to or mentor, I tell them to focus on school first, just so they can give themselves a better chance and opportunity to do what they plan on doing at the next level and the levels after. But with my recruiting process, I had about 5 or 6, I think, official offers. I only took one visit, and it was in Toledo. And I did all my recruiting by myself. My dad was incarcerated at the time, so he wasn't able to really help me make a decision. And actually, it was between Toledo and Pitt. And I had ended up choosing Toledo, and I did that on my own. And when I had told my pop, he wasn't too excited about that. He was like, "Man, why did you choose Pitt?" And I'm like, "Well, Toledo rocked over me way more, man. They sound love." I mean, now that I look back at it, I think I made the right decision.
But now a coach and just everything, the whole recruiting process and whatnot has kind of changed with the NIL and just the transfer portal and all that stuff kind of in general since COVID. Do you see that now coaching, and are you a fan of all that stuff?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. The college landscape is totally different than it was when I was coming out of high school and getting recruited and signing my intent, my letter of intent to come to school. A lot of things are different. The whole landscape is different, and I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm for or against it, because I mean I've seen the good, I've seen the pros, and I've seen the cons of it. And I mean, it can help certain players, and it can hurt certain players. So I think it's just one of those fields, or it's like a gray area where it just needs to be talked about more. It needs to be discussed a little more, and it's not. I don't think it's something that people should use to their advantage. That's what I don't like. I don't think people should use it to their advantage as far as just trying to get financial gains. I know we all want to be able to take care of who we need to take care of and help who we need to help. But a lot of times, that stuff will get figured out with that athletic ability and just trusting it in your skill. So, I mean, I can't say I'm for or against it, but it's definitely different, and definitely something that just needs to be discussed a lot more.
And I'm sure your college career might have been a little different with the whole NIL and transfer portal and whatnot, but I know you played alongside guys like Kareem Hunt and whatnot. How were the Rockets during your time up there?
Oh, man. No, being a Rocket is, man, one of the funnest decisions and funnest things I ever got to be a part of, man. It's a brotherhood. It's And so it's a lifelong thing that I'm gonna cherish forever. A lot of those guys that I've met up here in Toledo, I continue to talk to. I got a great friendship with a lot of those guys. I've been invited to weddings. I've been made godparents to some of their kids, uncles to some of their kids. So it's a blessing, man. It's great to be able to go and say that. I was roommates with a Kareem Hunt, who's top running back in the league right now. Well, I can say that, I had a top leading tackler in Jalen Coleman from Pittsburgh, PA, who led the NCAA in tackles every time he got out there on the field. So it's like, I'm happy that I was able to meet a lot of these guys, man, and play around a lot of these guys, man. It was a blessing.
No, I think that's one of the most slept on things in football, like the lessons you learn and the friendships you make, for sure.
Because even at the next level in the NFL, I got to meet a lot of great people, a lot of big bros who, I cherish relationships with them boys till this day. Still can hit them up and use them as mentors for my past and continue to help me grow and learn about, what I need to learn about and continue to help myself, because they're a blessing of God.
And after your time with Toledo, you went on and entered your name in a draft, eventually getting drafted by the Raiders in 2017. But what was that draft process kind of like for you? And did you train for it here in the Berg?
Yeah, man, the draft process was crazy for me as well, man. My senior year started out great. I think I was about week 5 or week 6. I had about 7.5 sacks, and I had good numbers. Then I tore my labrum, and I had to make a tough decision. I had to decide on if I wanted to get surgery and just get ready and prepare for the draft, or if I wanted to be that leader and my captain that I chose to be my senior year, and try to help the team get to a championship and be that guy. Basically, I chose the latter part, the type of guy that I am. I didn't want to abandon my team or my squad, and I kind of believed in myself to the fullest extent. So I knew at the end of the day I was going to get to the league. I didn't care how I made it, how I got there. I mean, the piggyback though on that question, why I was hurt and I had the torn labrum. I had to rehab down in Pensacola, Florida. So while everybody was training for the draft, I was rehabbing, trying to get my shoulder back right so I can prepare for the draft. And I was able to get invited to the NFL Combine, 2017 NFL Combine, which was a blessing as well. And to be able to go to Indianapolis and be a part of that and see all that, see how it's the behind the scenes thing, that was a blessing. But I wasn't able to perform in there. So if I would have been able to show them what I could do, even run a 40, if I could have ran a 40 there, I know I would have been able to definitely boost my numbers way higher.
For sure, but still managing to get drafted just in general with all you went through is for sure just crazy. You remember the moment you got drafted, maybe what you were doing and whatnot, getting that call?
NFL draft, the Oakland Raiders select Treyvon Hester, defensive tackle, Toledo.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I was back home in the city. My mom's house is in Penn Hill still, PA, and crib full. All the families upstairs. Me and the pros were downstairs in the basement. And we got the draft on all TVs in the house. And I'm getting calls around 6, 7 times. Getting calls from teams like, we don't got any more picks, and we would like to bring you on as a free agent and stuff like that. But when the call came, I got a call from the head coach here at Toledo. He called me and said, "Hey man, stay by your phone, man. Oakland about to call you." And as I was hanging up, my agent was calling me like, "Hey man, Oakland." And before he could even hang up, Oakland was coming in. And it's the Braves. And And by the time I went to the phone on top of my man and let him know, like, yo, bro, this is the ball right here. And he, like, jumped up, started going crazy. The whole, everybody downstairs going crazy. Everybody upstairs, like, what's going on? What's going on? They finally hear what happened on TV. They going crazy. And so by the time the whole house going crazy, everybody outside that was on the block, like, oh, man, what's up? What's up? They started going crazy. It was like, man, it was chaos. We ended up going to the mall, grabbing any kind of rated beer we could find. We bought the whole mall out. It was crazy, man.
During your years in the league, you spent time with numerous teams. Looking back on it, is that something you're grateful for?
Yeah, through the struggle and through the hardship, I was able to find myself. I was able to see my characteristics, see how I stack up against, adversity. When things don't go your way, I was able to learn a lot. I was able to see a lot. I was able to play in different countries. I unlocked and opened a million doors for myself. So, it's a blessing. I'm grateful. I'm honored to be able to walk this path, and grateful to be able to do it so humbly, man. And, I mean, if I could give thanks to anyone, I'd just give thanks to my parents. They're the ones who instilled this in me.
I've seen several videos on social media with guys talking about how important it is to have just a good agent heading into the draft and throughout your career. Is that something that you would say holds true?
Yeah. I mean, for myself, I can only speak for myself. I was able to meet a great guy from New York, in the agency called Sports Store, and my agent Jared Fox, who's a great guy who I still hold near and dear and keep in contact with till this day. He's not a guy who abandoned me when things started to fall apart or when I walked away from the game. He's somebody who, cherished me and continues to still hold me up to this day. So I think it's very important that when you look for an agent, you gotta find a guy that's personable. Guy that will big mistakes, the guy that is going to help uplift you, and keep you mindful, with the principles that you're doing this for. What's the purpose of this whole thing here?
And during your career, you made numerous big plays, sacking Deshaun Watson, blocking a field goal that pretty much beat the Bears, tackling Saquon Barkley in the backfield. But did you have a favorite moment throughout your career? Maybe a couple of them or something?
So, I mean, the favorite moment, I don't know. I mean, just to be able to experience the whole thing is a favorable moment for me. But, I mean, yeah, I got to shout out Philly, man. I mean, that playoff victory, that double doink, that field goal block, that made me a legend in Philadelphia. And I love the city. I love the city of Philly. It shows me nothing but love every time I'm out there. And there's nothing but respect for any team that I played for, any city that I was in. Because every city showed me nothing but love and respect. So, I'm grateful for that.
And growing up in the city of Pittsburgh, Wilkinsburg, were you yourself a Steelers fan?
Oh yeah. You ain't had a choice but to be a Steelers fan. If you come from the city, you from the city and you in my family, you ain't got no choice, boy.
You have a favorite player growing up, maybe?
Oh, nah, I never really had it for well. So growing up, I thought I was gonna be a running back. So when I started playing lower league football, I was a fullback. When they still had the wishbone, I know I'm old, man, but when they had the wishbone, I was a fullback, man. And I used to take them 33, 32 guys to the hut, man. So I used to try to see if I was like the bus or something, But as far as the favorite player, I ain't really had no favorite players. I just like the game of football. I always liked the game of football. It's something that I fell in love with since I was a kid. I used to be at home and watch the NFL Network all day. The old games, the new games, like you name it, I knew it. So I was just a football scholar at a young age. So it's just something that I knew I wanted to do.
Outside of football, we got these finals going on right now. Actually, they just ended. The Celtics won. Were you pulling for the Celtics or the Mavs in that joint?
Man, I actually was pulling for the Mavs, honestly. And I wanted to see Kyrie get that thing with Luka. But a couple of my guys are Celtics fans, so they told me to go with them. But I'm not a bet fan anyway, so I just like to watch the entertainment.
Yeah, same. But I was definitely pulling for Kyrie to get his get back on Boston and whatnot. But that ain't.
That
That
ain't
ain't gonna happen. You still be in the city at all, bro? Now?
No, I do. I visit the city frequently, and honestly, I plan on coming back home sooner than people think. With some big news coming soon, but I don't want to spoil it yet. But you know, I be in and out of the city a lot, man. I got so much love for the city. You'll probably never see me leave that city.
Now, you got a favorite food spot up here?
Man, favorite food spot. I mean, I gotta shout out my hood spots. I gotta shout out Salvatore. You know, I gotta shout out, man, Fireside. Man, I had Nini's. Man, I like local spots, bro. I mean, I could do a steakhouse whenever I want, but I like the local stuff you can find in the little hole in the wall, man.
Yeah, I like the hole in the wall local joints too, for real though. But
That's what the love in the food at.
can you cook yourself?
Oh yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm a big man. A big man gotta eat, bro. So I gotta know how to feed myself.
For sure. So what would you be bringing to the tailgate then?
Oh man, listen, man. I can throw a whole Thanksgiving meal down for you if you need be. Man, I can get a roast corn, get some mac and cheese, cabbage. Man, you name it, I can get it, bro. Mashed potatoes, steak, salmon, chicken, stir fry, Chinese. We want Greek, we want gyro. Like I was gonna do it, I can do it.
I heard you, bro. You definitely invited then. Hey, but I appreciate you getting with me, Hess. No cap.
No, I appreciate you too, bro. Again, man, thanks for the opportunity. Continue to shine a light on people from the city, because that's just going to continue to open up doors and allow people to know that there's a lot of good things coming out of Pittsburgh. And it's not just with sports, it's with a lot of things, but man, we keep shining the light on people and keep allowing us to put our voices out there to motivate the younger generation to stay out of these streets and to keep chasing their dreams. And I'm thankful for that, bro. So thank you.
My boy.